talking about conservation of mechanical energy. When the body falls from a height, this is the object here, and it gets to the ground. Are you getting me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
The object falls from a height and gets to the ground. Now, you must understand that as the object falls from a certain height and gets to the ground, there is a change in the mechanical energy from potential to kinetic.
Okay.
So, as the body falls down, the potential energy is decreasing because the height is decreasing. But then the potential energy that is decreasing is converted into kinetic energy. Are you following me?
Yeah.
But there's a conservation of energy because the sum of the total energies at different points is always constant. So conservation of energy says or implies that, we're going to take it down, implies that mechanical energy is not created nor destroyed. The kinetic energy is zero at this point because the object is not moving. Already we have seen that kinetic energy is as a result of the fact that an object is in motion. So when an object is not moving, the kinetic energy is zero.
Okay.
So at that point, the kinetic energy is zero, then the potential energy is maximum. So I'm going to call this as H. The total height as capital H. So you take it down, it is very important. So the potential energy at this point here is maximum. And what is the potential energy at that point? Potential energy at that point is, remember the formula for potential energy, right? mgh. So say potential energy equals mg capital H. Because capital H, as by our illustration or by our representation, is the original height of the object before it starts its process or it starts its motion. So the original height is taken as capital H. Since the original height has not changed, the potential energy is maximum at this starting point. Are you getting what I'm saying at all?
Yeah.
Alright. Now on the ground, at this point, the kinetic energy or the potential energy is zero because there is no height. You know, gravitational potential energy talks about height above the ground. So in the case where the body is just on the ground, the height is zero, which simply means that the potential energy has to be zero. Then kinetic energy is going to be maximum. Kinetic energy is maximum, which gives us kinetic energy to be equal to 1/2 v max squared. So the kinetic energy is maximum, which is 1/2 mv max squared. Now at the certain point, so at the certain point here, we can call this place h, the height at that point to be small h. I hope you're writing everything down.
Yeah, I am.
So at the certain point here, the object is at this point. The potential energy here is equal to mg small h. Then the kinetic energy is going to be 1/2 mv squared. So by the conservation of mechanical energy, at all points, the sum of the potential energy and kinetic energy must be constant. So which means at the top here, the total energy I have there is the maximum potential energy. So I'll say PE max equals, at a certain point, P plus KE, so equals PE plus KE, which will now be equal to total energy on the ground is KE max. That will be equal to KE max. Equal to KE max.
Okay.
So this is what we're going to be using to solve questions.